Hi everyone, it's Giorgia here and welcome or welcome back to Be Colorful. Even today we're gonna continue to use the products contained in the Tonic Craft Kit 56. This is the third and last video dedicated to spinner cards. We made the classic spinner card with the spinner on the front of the card. Then we created together a particular spinner card with a Z fold opening. Today we're gonna see together a third type of this nice interactive card, which includes the spinner element inside the card. So let's get started right away. For this card I planned to use a standard card that's 4¼ by 5½ inches, but as you will see in the video, I'll instead use a 6 by 6 inches square card due to a miscalculation that you will always see in the video. To create a spinner card with the spinner element inside, we need, in addition to the card base, another internal panel. For a 4¼ by 5½ inches card, I'm going to cut out a slightly smaller panel and I make a fold line exactly in the center. In this panel, I'm gonna create the window for the spinning element. Taking into consideration the dimensions of the die that I'm using, I draw two fold lines on the left and on the right. But that will turn out to be a project error, which I'll fix later on. In any case, what we need to get is a panel of this shape. I leave you the exact measurement to get a standard 4¼ by 5½ inches card with internal spinner. Unfortunately, these things happen. You can also opt for these other measures that don't include finishing edges inside, and you will get a landscape card. Okay, apart from the wrong measurement I used, this is what you get. Now I place the die in the center of the inner panel to create the window. Next, I'm going to decorate the card. I decided to create some flowers using the dies and papers from the kit. I'm going to die cut on the classic green card. Then on some white cardstock. I'm gonna use these figures as a base. In fact, I glue the stems of the flowers exactly on the top of these white bases. Then I also die cut the petals on the red and pink cardstock of the kit, and I also glue them on the white bases. I then proceed to glue the flowers inside the window, making sure that they don't touch the spinner element, which will be a beautiful butterfly that I'm going to die cut with the die of the kit. So, to know where to place the flower composition, I take the die itself as a reference. I also want to introduce a touch of yellow, so with a die from the kit, I'm going to die cut other little flowers on the yellow classic card. I decide more or less where to place them, and I glue everything. I'm going to add some leaves. In fact, in the set we also find this die. To create a spinner card, we need some thread, which I'm going to glue to the back of the panel, exactly on the fold lines. As for the previous card, I'm going to use clear fish line and gel medium to glue it. I fixed the fish line with tape and I let it dry. Well, in the meantime, I prepare the spinning element, which, as I have already said, will be a butterfly, which I'm going to die cut with one of the dies included in the kit on the pearlescent cardstock, also included in the kit. As already explained in the previous videos, for the spinner element we need two butterflies, one for the front and one for the back. To finish the butterfly, I want to make the black body, so I'm going to die cut two more times on white cardstock and cut out the body. You can color it with the mediums you prefer, or die cut it directly on colored cardstock. I decided to emboss them with black embossing powder. So I dab the paper in clear embossing ink. I put the embossing powder and emboss with the embossing tool. When the powder is still hot and sticky, I sprinkle more powder and melt it again, obtaining a thicker and more uniform embossing. Once they are cool, I glue everything on the two sides of the butterfly. Now I can stick the butterfly on the thread. I glue the first side using a very strong double-sided tape adhesive, the red line tape. Then I glue the second side, adding some glue. The time has come to glue the panel inside the card base. The glue must be applied just here, where you can see the yellow lines. Here you can see my mistakes. When I close the card, the pop-up mechanism comes out, and it is very nasty. So, What is the solution? First, I detach the panel. Then I'm going to draw two more fold lines, a little closer to the circle window. Then, instead of a 4¼ by 5½ card base, I'm gonna use a 6 by 6 inches square card, the ones included in the kit. I'll give it a try, and that's okay. Before gluing the internal panel, however, I'm going to decorate the front of the card base. I'm going to use the card base that I discarded and cut it out to form a 4¼ by 4¼ square. With the small stamps included in the kit, I'm going to create a delicate background by randomly stamping with a very soft yellow ink. With the same ink, I'm going to ink up the border on the light blue panel simply by sweeping the ink pad directly on the edges. I'm going to die cut a circle on white cardstock onto which I'm gonna glue a decoration. I decided to recreate the same butterfly that spin inside the card. I stamp the Make-A-Wish sentiment included in the set with the black ink. This time I paint the body of the butterfly in black using a crystal drop. Once dry, I glue the spinner panel inside the card. Having designed it for a smaller card, I don't really like how it looks at the moment. So I cover the right and left side with this pattern paper included in the kit. For the measurements, I just marking with a pencil where to cut it out. I have to make sure it doesn't touch the fold lines, otherwise the panels would also fold, peeling off and create a very ugly result. In order to write the message, I decided to glue a white panel on the left. I round the corners with my crocodile. And I stamp two flowers with the same light yellow ink I used on the front of the card. I just have to prepare the mechanism by rotating the butterfly quite a few times. and close the card while keeping the butterfly still. And this very delicate spin card is finished too. I hope you liked the three cards I proposed to you. Three cute types of this interactive card. If you liked these ideas, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. In the next videos, I'll give you 3 great ideas on how to use your stencils. Thanks for everything, and I'll wait for you here on Be Colorful.